morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everyone doing? No one's here yet. I am back already from the vet, so I'll just give a quick um, deal on what happened. He doesn't know. He thinks I'll wait for a few people to get here, and I'm not going to make this very long anyway. Let's see here. Let me get this set up. I wasn't ready, so let's see here. Testing. Let's see. Hey Gary, I just saw your comment on this one. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. That's the one. Lucky's the one that the people my wife calls the bad people dropped off in the field as a puppy. He's still a puppy, but the guy seemed to think that maybe somebody beat him or something or hit him. He doesn't think it was another dog. I guess probably I didn't see any puncture wounds. There was some bleeding from the nose and his mouth, but and on his face, like he either that or he got maybe hit by a scooter. I don't know, but he's not a Soey dog. He never was. I mean, from the first time that they dropped him off and he came in the house, he was, you could tell he was not a Soey dog. Hey, big guy. Hey, Irma. How are you? Hey, Nanette. Yeah, so Lucky's okay. They gave him a shot and we got pain medicine and antibiotics. But he seemed, like I said, he seemed to think either he got hit by a car or a scooter or I'm lifting my glasses or something like that. I'm trying to keep the hat up a little bit so the lighting I think is better. I need to cut my beard too. Yeah, so yeah, he's okay. He's up there getting pampered now. The vets. That's the first time I met the man. Very reasonable, right across the street. In case anybody wants to know, from the government hospital, directly across the street. Really reasonable and a good vet. First time, like I said, first time I met him. I think the lighting's a lot better here, but I got to get another pair of glasses. I can actually see the 27-inch, but I have to look like this. I got to get another camera. I'll get this correct one of these days. Yeah, he's a good dog. We have a lot. We have 2 Soey dogs that we adopted that were born on this property before we built the house. One of them got a bug or something and been paralyzed, pretty much couldn't move for a year. And now she's starting to come back and she can sit up and she can eat on her own and bark and all sorts of stuff. So kudos to my wife and my mother-in-law. They did a good job with dinner. Here's her name. It was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast was a boy. And supposedly, I lost my picture here now. Hold on a second. I don't know what happened. I don't need it. You guys are still seeing me, right? Supposedly, one of the people behind us, he got in and tore up his vegetable garden or something, and the guy killed him. But I never could prove it or anything. But I hope nobody beat my dog. I beating anybody defenseless. I don't know. I guess some people think that makes you a man or something. Can't quite see that. If they want to beat somebody, why don't they come on down to my house and give me a try? But hopefully it wasn't. Hopefully it was a scooter or something. I want to stay on the optimistic side of it. He's a good dog. I know he wouldn't even come after somebody with teeth and barking. It's not him. Now my female Soey dog, Lunch, is the one outside, sister to the paralyzed one, and she's a maniac. And if she was there, if it would have been another dog, which the guy said I don't think it was, or somebody hitting on him, I think she would have jumped in and joined the join the party, but it wasn't, and she wasn't hurt. I looked at her this morning, but anyway, so he's okay. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Glad you could make it. I don't know if I say hi to everybody. I think I did. If I didn't, I'll catch you when I see you. I think I said hi to Big Guy, didn't I? I think I did. So yeah, so that was the gist of my morning. Now my wife is going to go and get the material to build the cover for the top of observation deck, whatever, barbecue place, whatever, upstairs, and he's going to start on that today. It'll be nice because that pretty much it's a little bit of building some bench seats along so you can sit and look at the koi pond, some lighting, a fan, a barbecue, a little sink deal, painting the fence, and some solar lights around, and that's pretty much it. The solar system, we've been out there all day long when the sun is at least out a little bit, and that meter's just stopped. It's not turning, it's not moving, which is a good thing. I did get the electric bill. It was $9,000, but it only had 3 days of the solar, and the first 3 days was cloudy and rainy and all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to take that as nothing. So the next one ought to tell us what the heck's going to happen, at least during cloudy, rainy season, which is going to be here. If you've watched some of Bobby's videos, he's videoed quite a bit of his house getting pounded here in Surin. And when it rains here, it definitely comes down. That's for sure. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? Hey, brother, how are you? How are you, Ron? I missed the first one. The dog got blood coming out the nose and either got hit. The vet said either somebody beat the dog or it wasn't another dog he didn't think. And then I didn't think that either because I didn't see any puncture wounds. But he's saying either somebody beat it or it got hit, maybe grazed by a car or not bad, or hit by thinking this go by a scooter. Let me put that there. That's better. But I don't know. My 27 monitor. I hope the monitor didn't break. I don't think so though. Oh, don't matter. But he's okay, and he's here. Gave him a shot, antibiotics, a painkiller, and then he gave us pills for pain and antibiotics and said he ought to be much better tomorrow. But he was up walking around and stuff. He just like drooling out of the mouth, and well, he's kind of lethargic now because I think the doctor he probably gave him a pretty good dose of painkiller. So that's what the first one was, Ron. Me for whatever a minute or two, just telling everybody I was going to go to the vet with my wife. Let's see if I can. How come? There we are. Let's see and make sure this is working. Okay. Are you guys seeing me? I'm not frozen or anything stupid. I'm showing good internet. Hopefully, my wife. I guess she already put in the request to have the fiber brought back a separate line to the office, but it's through the CAT part. If you're not familiar, the government agency was government internet and TV and all that kind of stuff owned by the government was TOT and CAT, two companies, both owned by the government. My wife worked for TOT for 23 years or something. And about a year ago, CAT and TOT merged to make NT. And she wants to have internet from, hold on, internet from CAT side. She wants to try that because I've been kind of back and forth on the one coming into the house. And I still think it's a stupid problem, but she's going to do that. So she put in the request. So hopefully, I'm hoping Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I'll get my own internet. No one will have nothing. No one can use it but me. Oh yeah, I'll clear it real quick. Hold on. Anyway, let me bring that back. So hopefully it will, but right now it's showing that um, I have decent internet. I don't know if it's any clearer. If anybody watched 2 days ago, it was, I think, blurry a little bit, right? For some reason, I'm not catching. Oh, probably because I'm on the wrong freaking, the wrong. There we go. I was on the wrong live stream. I was on the minute long live stream. So now I should be okay. All right. So anyway, let's see. No, I don't think so, Aaron. I hope not. Anybody poisons rat poison will do that to dogs and cats. Yeah, I know a lot of people do that kind of shit. They killed my Labrador up in Bass Lake years ago, and then I kind of set the neighborhood straight. So after that, wrath came down, and I pretty much threatened everybody in that community. They all of a sudden everything was peachy for years and years and years. Never had a problem, and I think they even took care of it themselves um, with whoever had done it. Somebody knew anyway, but hopefully that's not the case. I would imagine um, the vet would have caught that. So, Dave Bean, Dave, what am I doing now? Lucky, hey Logan, how are you? Dave, did you do a second stream? Because yeah, I did, Irma. I figured you were there, but no, I figured I was only going to do a short one, but actually I didn't think anybody would show. We got 12 people watching, so that's kind of cool. But so I'll do it for a little while. My wife's going to go down with the cousin that's doing the deck up above the cover for it, and buy the stuff at Taiwazadu. So I've got a little bit of time. And the man yesterday, the solar man is also doing a deck out in front of the building to make it all the same height from where I come off my patio. I can walk right into the building because it's a pain in the ass with my knees and stuff going down. You know, it sucks. So my wife talked to him. I don't want my husband walking on uneven and falling. So she talked him into, well, he's supposed to be here yesterday, and the guy's been like clockwork on all the solar stuff. He's the one that did the submersible, the well pump, built the structure that's holding those 2,000-liter tanks and all that. Really a good guy. I think he lives with his grandmother and he takes care of her. And I think she had to go to the hospital for something, and it must have turned into more because he was going to be over here in the afternoon, but he didn't make it. But he's here now, so I imagine they'll get done with it today. It's who providing. And somebody asked me, I got to get that for the iLoft. Sorry, Aaron. I don't know. It's who providing all the material. Hit me up again. The iLoft, and I will look it up while we're sitting here on Facebook and maybe show it on here. I gotta try to let's see. Let me see. Trying to get a little let's see. Okay, Facebook. Let's see. iLoft. OMG. See if I can find it. iLoft. No, that's not it. iLoft Club. I'm going to have a hell of a time finding it now. Damn it. I got to get it. She's supposed to be sending a picture also. Let me see if this one's it. No, that isn't it. But the picture, when they did the picture, they had my mother-in-law and father-in-law, people came all the way from where they built, about an hour and a half away, just to make sure that the guy did a good job and the tile was done right and everything was painted and looked pretty and stuff, and that we were happy, which I like that. And they had a banner that had the Facebook page, everything on it. So she's going to get it to me. I can't remember who it was. Hey, Richard, how you doing? But I will make sure that I post it. Whoever it was, I can't remember, sent me a message. I have to go back. I haven't answered, comments in 3 or 4 days. I did raise the light. As long as my hat is up, either that or I have my bald head. I think the lighting's not horrible. It's better with it up there. But I got to do something about a new camera, and I think I'm going to try using my Canon with that software that I had just purchased, and using that as I've got a really nice lens for that, and I'm going to try that. I'm going to fool around with some stuff here, try to make my my vlogging and my live streams better. Let's see. Dave, is AIS the best guy? My wife works for another company, so I'm not going to answer that I know. I will say I never had a problem with them. I think they're awesome, AIS. But I've only had it on the phone. And my wife said everybody here in Thailand that is doing home internet stuff, it's way different. Like my phone, my NT phone, every time that the internet's went down, I've went to that iPhone 7, which is my Thai phone, and I've never had a problem. A way better picture than I was getting last week and everything. So I guess it's a whole different ballgame on over the air and through the fiber around Thailand. So she said, she already told me, and you could go ahead and use AIS or whoever you want. And I'm going, God, I don't want that wrath brought upon me. I'll deal with bad internet. But so I didn't. But AIS is a good company, yes, no doubt. And Tim thinks True has the best cell service. And like I said, TOT or NT or whatever it is now, and I used AIS and stuff, cell service was fine. Hanging in Richard. Ron saying, did everybody talking to Richard? Cool. Yeah, so that was the basic gist of this morning. So that was the way my day went. But it'll be nice. The panels in front that I watching them right now out my slider, putting down the planks, and they're going to build them so the planks can be lifted in front of my filters, so I can reach down and open up the valves when I clean the filters real easily, and otherwise I can just walk right off my deck right into the building and no problems, because it's about, can't see it, it's higher than that from where the concrete is to there, and it has, I only crossed in one spot a half inch, and I didn't even do it, the electrician did it. Everything else I did keep below, but he had to go down so deep, or stay there and go down deep on the way out to get the fall for that 6-inch drainage system that I put all the way around the house, which is awesome, by the way, and haven't had any problem with it. So this will take care of that problem. It'll bring me up a little bit higher. When you're standing by the filters, you get a better look into the pond. From the upper deck, I got to get that video. I've got to do a video on the property now. It's pretty close to done, and like I said, the solar is outstanding. I have plenty of water now. Once that observation deck's in there, it's going to be kind of cool having whatever, even if it's just the family, whoever, over 4 or 5 people and barbecuing up there. It's an awesome view. I thought the backyard, like I said, I've crammed 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag for sure. But it doesn't feel, I thought it was going to feel claustrophobic, and then feels cozy. Feels like home, which it is. So, hi, Bo. How you doing? Everybody's saying hello. Greeting from Brazil. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Is weed good for? I think it is. for sure. And I don't think that now I have to be perfectly honest. Do I think smoking weed is good for your health? Absolutely not. Taking in the cannabinoids, whether it's in the cannabinoid, they haven't even scratched the surface. I go on weed for days and days, uh, but they haven't even scratched the surface on what that plant can do for you health wise. When you have THC receptors in your body, it means that you're supposed to be putting THC in your body, as far as I'm concerned. Do I? No, I'm not a love to grow it. Haven't here in Thailand until they completely decriminalize it. But once they do, I enjoy the hell out of growing indoor, high quality cannabis. But I haven't in 6, 7 years now. But I, uh, I would definitely, yeah, for sure, not a doubt. Edibles probably the best way to get it into your system. Start out small. Aaron's another one that'll is on the same page with me on weed. So he'll chime in, I'm sure. But yeah, I would definitely try edibles. We'll be taking with you about talking with me. Okay. Yeah, and this guy here is he's a great guy, man. He's really reasonable and he's done. I'd like to, and I'm sure he would go. RSO oil. So there you go. But yeah, definitely, I'm an advocate of cannabis for sure. Been growing for quite a while in the States for years and years. But and I miss it. I'm the first one to admit it here. And I don't use, so it's not like I'm want to grow it so that I can get high. I don't like the high, so I might try using some of the oils and stuff just for aches and pains and stuff in my body from just getting old. But we'll see if that day comes. But yeah, you found the right site for someone to agree with you on that. And if you've got um, anxiety, I would think it would help. Sure, sure. Like I said, they haven't even scratched the surface. Well, most of the stuff that we talk on here is about anything, and if you're new to the channel, um, mostly about Thailand, but about anything. Ailing, most of the people are on above middle age. Middle age is 65, right? But we have a good time here. So it's kind of I think we built a very cool family of people here, respectful, that kind of stuff. Fun shit. But anyway, let's see. Getting a community and yeah, I know there's going to be quite a few, right? And was it you that said that you're going to be coming soon? Possibly. Where did I see that at? Was it on another live stream or all of a sudden it dawned in my head? It ding, rang a bell. That doesn't happen very often. When I want to get high, I just tune into. Yeah, that works. You made it, Craig. I watched your video this morning. Good day from here. Not gets it here on the Thai farm. Craig is here from the Thai farm. I watched his video. If you guys aren't subscribed, try to get Craig to 1,000 subscribers. He deserves it. Great content. Puts out consistent videos. Yeah, show him the love. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You won't be sorry. It's a full plant oil, so he's trying to explain his RSO oil to Irma. Pot plant. Could be. Aaron will answer it. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm hoping everything's okay at home, and I'm looking forward to meeting you. So if you're here, by all means, give me a shout out, and we'll meet up for something, a beer, a sandwich, whatever. Okay, coffee. I missed my second cup of coffee this morning. Just live, don't justify. How you doing? And THC morning. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I could talk hours and hours and hours about marijuana. THC, cannabinoids, growing indoor. It wasn't much of a outdoor. Never did like dirt. Um, Too messy and dirty, right? Dirt. That's why they call it dirt. But all hydroponic, closed rooms, um, injected CO2, a lot of stuff. But it's been, I want to say 7 years now, maybe. Yeah, 6, 7 years since I stopped. Still have a bunch of friends in California. One of them just opened up took a year, completely legal, big grow in up in Northern California. Went through plan check and had inspections and electrical and all that. Did it all right, but it took a year. And he just now started. In fact, I got to call him. I got to call my buddy Louie. I got to call my buddy Carl, who's that is, and my nephew Jeff. Say hello to everybody I haven't talked in a while. Rains and wind took out my 18-footer yesterday. Had to roll it all up. Oh, really? Was that the one that was in your? Was that the one that was in your intros that you were trimming up? Must be. Yeah, the ones that we had out front were probably about that tall. I want to say they were in the 15-foot range. My mother-in-law and my wife grew them. They did a good job, except for the plants needed a little push. They weren't getting what they needed. But yeah, I mean, that's sad. Did you have a funeral for her? Let's see. Yeah, I know when you're getting hammered there too. Huh? Here's the sun shining. Let's see what we're doing on our solar deal here. Where are you? I think you're already open. Yes, you are. Okay, how did I get to that? Let me get out of that. Solar number 1, which is probably not going to be much, 782, and the house is using 966. So let's see what the new one gets sun earlier. So let me switch to 2. It's getting 2200, and we're using 2200. So that's why that meter out there is just sitting there, not moving much, which I just love to see. But we did get, which was kind of sucked, the apartment that we rent in Bangkok for the kids. Now we bought them. They didn't have anything. So I promised them from when I originally found out about the place, don't have hot water, don't have air conditioning, and don't have a washing machine. And they don't have beds. So we supplied all that to them. And they were good. It was their bill went from a few hundred, maybe 400 baht to about 1,200, which was fine. They're very good kids. The bill came over 3,000 baht, and the girl said we done everything exactly the same. My wife said she looked at the deal, and it's just the electric company's just jacking the prices. The kids didn't use any more electricity than they did at the 1,200. So it's doubled, just like everybody said. Got a couple of friends out there that got hurt pretty hard. You know, it's one thing if the government, says, "Hey, everybody, hunker down, make sure you tighten your belts, and the raise is coming. Within the next 2 months, electricity is going to double." Then a lot of Thai people, okay, well, I could spend 4,000 baht at the top end, and the kids won't sweat, and I won't sweat, and my husband won't sweat, and the dogs won't sweat. And then all of a sudden someone comes in at 9,000. They don't have 9,000. How are they supposed to pay the electric bill? They have, and I asked my wife, they didn't notify anybody and say, hey, there's going to be my wife said, not that I know of. And it's not just me, and it's everybody here in Thailand. So I don't know, but for those people, hey, good luck. I hope you make it. Some of them it could really hurt, and to the point of shutting your electric off. Hey, Dave and folks, just got back from the local market. 25 pounds of sweet rice for sticky rice, $29.99 USD. We get most of the stuff, and we're growing it in udon, our ubon. Part of that about a quarter of a rye. So I don't know how much we'll get. The uncle and the aunt, the uncle that's basically overseeing and watching the build going on there, they grow sticky rice on all the other ryes. So we usually get big bags of it. I never see it. I give my wife a flat fee every month to take care of the food, the soap, the toothpaste, everything that we do. So I never get involved in it. But is that a lot of money? I'm imagining that's a lot of money, or maybe it's not, Ralph. I don't know. Now settling in with YouTube and a cold Leo. Do you need a cold Leo after that? $30 for what is that? That's over $1 a pound. I don't know. I know when I used to buy Japanese rice for sushi, it was expensive. The whatever I forget the name of it now. But I paid a lot of money for that in the regular grocery stores. But I haven't bought rice here. I don't know. I'm naive to it. Lucky is okay. Lucky is all right. They don't know. They think it was either somebody hit him, beat on him or something. Wasn't another dog. No puncture wounds, or he got grazed by a car or hit by a scooter. But vet said he's going to be fine. So cool. Ours went from 7,900 last month to 37 this month. Why? Because we moved Mom back home and weren't running the pond pump. Yeah, and like I said, man, my meter is just sitting there, not moving. So I'm kind of curious. My 12,000 bill, my 12,000 baht bill went to 9,000, but I think that was because the kids left. I'm going to predict that next month, unless it just clouds up and we don't get any sunshine, that I bet you it's going to be. I'm hoping below 2,000 baht, and I think during sunny days, sunny months or whatever, I think it'll be close to zero. I really do. We'll see. You guys will be the first to know. Jasmine is close to 40. Wow. In the States. Wow. Yeah. I guess that's, yeah. I don't know. I haven't had to, but I know that they ended up when they raised the land, they raised way more than I had wanted to in Ubon. But they left I don't know. I'm guessing it's about maybe damn near a half rye, maybe a third of a rye. Was the only part of the whole the 2 rye that they didn't raise. So my wife said, "Oh, good, leave it like that. I want to raise some rice." So the uncle, when he seeded the rest of the family land, he seeded that too. So I guess when we go back there, we're not going next week. My wife's going to Bangkok. Supposedly, I contacted a guy in Korat that's going to. He's going to let me know today. Order from Ford or whatever. He said it only takes 2 or 3 days to get the tow package for that. And he showed me and has wired 13-pin connectors. So probably before he does that, I will have him talk to the trailer guy to make sure that the thing's wired correctly. That's all I need to do is short circuit shit on my truck and have them void my warranty. But my wife and her friend are driving the Suzuki to Bangkok this Saturday. And I'll stay here. I'm hoping that on Thursday I'll go to Korat. By Friday, it'll be done and I'll come home. And then they're going to fly back on Sunday. My wife was going to take a bus. I said, I'm not going. Why don't you guys it's a lot of money. It was 2,500 baht for 2 of them. So it's like, what was that? What is that? 30, 60, $75 for 2. So anyway, I go on days and days about trying to respect and not getting that, it is a lot of money to a lot of Thai people. But we have enough that she could fly back. So she's going to fly back. I'll pick her up Sunday about 4:00. I think her flight comes into Buriram. So I'll get her. So hopefully by the end of this month, within the next week and a half or so, the trailer should be here. Batteries in, it's ready to go. All he's waiting for is the licensing and that kind of stuff. Oh, that's pretty good. really looking forward to that. Can't wait to get that here, get that solar up and running. I can't wait to get it. I'm really excited about this solar. Anything free, in today, nothing's free, right? I mean, it costs a lot. It's about 300. I'm going to redo he's done now with the 2 batteries and everything. I'm going to do it, but it's going to be right at about 300 to 320 for 12 plus kW. And I think if you're a normal husband and wife, and maybe you got, family visiting occasionally or whatever, I think 5K would cover you. And you could do that for 150, 160,000, especially with this guy. And that I liked because I like the battery. I like being off the grid. I like being able to run my air conditioner when they shut their power off. So as long as I can stop that meter, and as long as I could feed a battery bank, and it's nice to have. And it seems like if I'm only running one air conditioner and my refrigerator and minimal lights, I'm only pulling 2 kW an hour instead of 4, which 4 is when he took a reading. But I think I had 2 or 3 air conditioners running then. Anyway, these 2 batteries should handle maybe 5-6 hours. We're going to find out, because as soon as he's done now, I want to let it run for a month, and I don't want to mess with anything. And then I want to be able to go out there and throw the breaker on the grid, and I want to see how long before these batteries come down to minimum, and how long they last. So we'll see. Let's see. I told my wife next month she gets 1,000 baht a day to manage, and I'll get 300 baht a day. We'll see who has more left at the end of the month. Yeah, I don't know, man. My wife, she's real frugal, but she's gotten not bad, but she's gotten a lot more sabai with it. She's easier with me, tipping heavily, and it's not. She knows that we have a little bit more money than she had, so she's a little bit more spendy. But she always comes to me and tells me what's going on. I miss the days only a couple of years ago that all rice, all brands was basically $1 a pound here in the States. Yeah, and it's not anymore, right? You're saying no. That's, and I don't know does anybody know what it is here? I like I said, my wife buys it also. And the family gives us the sticky rice. So that will be, I think so, Tim. Let's see. We got it. Yeah. Because I'm going to do one trip with my wife, either close to here, but probably to Ubon for 2 days, and come back, make sure everything working and everything. And then, yeah, I would say, yeah, that would probably be a pretty good guess. That's as long as Craig doesn't kick us out when we get there. I just came from a stream, yeah, where they talked about cars. I watched part of that this morning. I forgot to turn my lights off. Yeah, we've had discussions on here about how our age people, we had the best time to grow up and to become of age. We had the best music. We had the best cars. We had the best of everything, man. We had the 70s, the late 60s and the 70s. We had the best of everything, no doubt. But we've talked about that quite a few times on here about the Mustangs and the Camaros and the Pontiacs and all the stuff that we had growing up. But I did catch part of John's. John's a good guy. I think we were getting a 25 bag of jazz for around $27 to $30. So that's a little over $1 a pound, but not horribly. That's a great price for roughly. Yeah, yes, fine. Wholesale stores, it costs $25 a year for a membership, but it's worth it. I agree. I was part of Sam's Club, all of them, Costco. My wife was. Yeah, definitely, right, Ernie? Yeah, see, we're going to get there, and Craig's going to go, I'm sorry, but the lower class people have to park over on the South 40. we should have a bunch of fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. If you guys haven't had a chance to, oh, I'm getting some. Am I lagging or no? Let me see. For some reason, I have to go back. For some reason, let's see. Huh. How come I'm not showing? Oh, okay. I was going to say I wasn't showing mine. Now I am. So I'm frozen. Oh, no, I'm moving. Okay. Sorry, guys. Gals. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure you will. I don't see any reason why not. I just want to meet up with everybody before I croak. You never know, man. I'm 66. Half my friends are dead. Go figure. Some of them as early as late 40s, uh, early 50s, mid 50s, 60. My wife went at 60. Um, it's nothing's guaranteed in this life, people. I mean, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. You got to live for today. You know, if people want to come to Thailand, come to Thailand. Like I said, I don't want to encourage anybody to retire before they in their mind and they have everything laid out. But until that point, if you can retire 1 second before your initially drawn out plan, I would retire that 1 second earlier. And I would come to Thailand and check it out. A lot of people, like I said, if you're not going to, said this a bunch of times, but I haven't recently, I don't think. If you're not going to retire in your own country, I think you ought to give Thailand every place that I've seen. Now, I haven't been to every place, but as far as for bang for your buck, and that's another thing. What is I think it was 30 above 35, right? On the bot for the US dollar. There you are. Let's see. Gold is down 31.9, 35.2 on the bot right now. So, I mean, I think if I could get that any day of the week, I would definitely take it. But anyway, for your bang for your buck, coming here, I only know about the United States because I know about Social Security. And if you're getting $1,800 to $2,000 a month for Social Security, and you don't have any other income, you can live here in Thailand. Are you going to live driving around in limousines, and if you're a man chasing 20-year-old women, 7 days? No. If you're going to come here, pay $200 a month for a one-bedroom apartment with air conditioning, fully furnished, and have good internet, have good food. Now, if you want to, you can still eat some Americanized food, Pebbles and Peter Pan, peanut butter, but anything that's imported here is costly. But you can still go out and eat. You can still even do a little traveling. I did a crappy video on the cost of living deal, and it explains in there the way that I came to my numbers. I wish I was a better vlogger. Maybe I will be one day. But you can live here. I think I brought it down to as much as $1,300, $1,200 by cutting out even little vacations on your $1,800 US dollars a month. It's, now with the electric is a little higher. But if you're by yourself and stuff like that, even if your electric doubled, if you were a single person in an apartment, your bill wasn't going to be much more than $1,000 a month. So maybe it's $2,000 now, or, $2,500. But the internet's pretty much stayed the same. We've had cost of living stuff here too, but it isn't near what it is in the States. I can't speak about the UK or Australia or anything, but 25, 23. What did I say? Was that what I said? I think I said what I said. We'll leave the lights on. Cool. I think it'll be a bunch of fun. Is there any fishing around there? I've got a fishing pole now. I want to fish. I could fish in your pond, right? Your lifestyle has changed now, Dave. You're adding more days every day. Yeah, I want to live for a while, so I need to change my style of living right now, and I'm on my way to doing that. But it's just, I mean, you need to. I don't know. I've got friends that even Bobby, time to get going. He's I think Bobby's over 70, and he didn't retire until he was like, he could have retired way earlier, and he didn't, which is okay, But to me, I didn't work, bust my ass for 40 years to live for 8 years or something and croak. That wasn't my plan in my pea-sized brain. I want to enjoy my life. So swear, am I swearing? What did I say? Uh-oh. Logan's got me down. Who used to be in charge of that? I think Mark. Mark used to be in charge of the swear jar. I have to watch that. I don't my kids, and I try to keep it semi clean, right? What did I say? All right. Don't say it again. I don't want you to have to put it in there. I can barely walk to the bathroom, let alone to Thailand. Yeah, I'm not. That's my extent. I need to get out and start walking every day. That's going to be my start, and back to the gym and get in some kind of decent shape. But here, there's a lot of motivators. I could do with Bobby once Bobby gets back here. He's building his own gym in his house. It's nice when you have somebody to go with, even to the gym. But I need to get on a routine. But I mean, here, if you get a chance to visit, have you ever visited here, Irma? I would definitely come here and vacation, and check it out, because it is, like I said, if you're on Social Security and you have enough money, it is an option. Now I don't know what you have family wise and grandkids and all that kind of stuff, because there's a huge a huge amount of things that will restrict anybody from retiring. But you should definitely come here and check it out if you haven't been. Steve Rosa is doing it on 15. Yeah, I think it's like I said 1852. That's because that's what I get, and but people get above 2,500. Some of them only get 1,400, 1,200. But on that deal that I did on that 1,852, I had little vacations planned in out of that money to go someplace travel on the train or the bus or whatever, and at a decent hotel at 700, 1,000, whatever. You can look at the video if you want to see it. But after I took that stuff out, it was still feasible at 1,250, I think. I can't remember exactly, but I know it was in the 12. Let's see. Walking around, be sort of your knees. Yeah. I need to get those done too. But I'd like to lose more weight before they do the surgery. Just be easier on me. July 30th is the marathon here. If you really want to walk. Yeah, my marathon walk is from my bed to the bathroom 8 times a night. It's another blessing, one of God's little laughter of getting old, at least for men. Hey, let's make him pee every 10 minutes. He's got to have a good sense of humor. I don't know what I believe in. I don't want to get 9 million people coming out. Are you Christian? I was raised Catholic. Don't know what I believe. I hope there's another power, and I'm hope it isn't over when we go. But if it is, it is. It's whatever it is. But if there is a God, he's got a hell of a sense of humor. Let's see. Yeah, we've already almost went an hour. Time flies when you're having fun on this channel. I've got to get a trash can in here. Got to do a lot of things, but I got the other curtains over the slider now. When we went to, of course, I didn't film anything. Me and the wife took off yesterday and went to the Cambodian border, and that's where she bought these. And the ones for this were like twice as long as they needed to be, but they said cut it from the top part. It doesn't even look like they did that. Actually, they didn't. Oh, maybe they did. Anyway, she brought them with us, and we dropped them off there while she looked around for little button mushrooms. We tried to drive up to a camping place that was still closed because of water up in the mountains by there. We went to 2 places. One of them, a place I've already been, and we probably will go camping there. The other place was 40 minutes from where we were, and bunch of people on these dirt roads that got us to this government land. And my wife said, "What are these people doing?" They were all out there picking mushrooms, and she bought a whole bunch of these little round button deals, and then she makes a soup out of them, and then puts them in plastic bags and freezes them, and she loves it. So I said, I want to try it because I love mushrooms. But it was good, but I didn't not 1 second, not even with the phone, nothing. I don't know. I'm horrible. Like I said, the worst vlogger on YouTube. You can go to Bali. I want to try Bali. I've got a whole, my passport's this thick and it only has 1 page where I put my 1 year visa in there and my year of whatever it is, in and out, whatever, returned or whatever. My mind's gone. But anyway, a lot of places: Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, a lot of places I want to go, and I got to get on going. My wife's pretty much ready. She's ready to go to Cambodia. Cambodia, I think we can drive pretty much up to the border, park the truck, and take like a bus or shuttle in there and check it out. Maybe spend the night. Maybe try. My husband did it. I will look into that. Yeah, it just it's like, it sucks. I never realized exactly. Well, first of all, when I was growing up, I thought I was invincible. Superman, bullets can't stop me. Knives can't stop me. And then all of a sudden I got that sick and in there with the tube down my throat for 2 months and almost dying, or did die 3, 4, 5 times. And you realize how frail you are as a human. And I think it helped me with what this wife was trying to make me a better man, and my wife now, is that life is precious and you shouldn't screw with it, But I didn't realize getting old really sucks, man. My knees are gone, but they've been gone for a while. Creaks and aches and pains. It's like, I don't know. That's why I'm saying if you can get out and have some fun, retired, do it. And if you're at a place that you like I said, I could have stayed up at Bass Lake. The house was pretty much paid off. I could have lived very comfortably there. But I love it. I love Thailand. You got to love Thailand, right? Let's see. I don't know what they were. I'd have to ask her. She's at Taiwazadu ordering up all the stuff for the cover for here. But I will find out. She sent me picture. I think she put them on Facebook. Well, maybe by looking at them. Let me see if I can find my wife on here. There's Uchar Clark. Let's see. I'll bring you in on this because I am such a share screen. Facebook. Bring you in on my wife's Facebook. There she is. My wife is beautiful, no doubt. There they are. Can you see them? They almost look like little button mushrooms, but she does them and then she puts them in those bags down in that right-hand corner, and that makes the deal. It looks good. I mean, do you know what? Do you know what they? Do you know what they are, Ralph? Does it look familiar? Are those new glasses? My glasses? No. Ralph, those are. Yeah. Are they growing out of cow shit? Oh, I said a bad word. Logan, put me down for some money. Have you seen a cleaner to come? Actually, I'm gonna have the cousin do it and give it to him. Is that when I should clean them bi-monthly? If that's a true deal, I will definitely have him come. Probably twice a month. Is that bi-monthly? Oh, thank you, Irma. Yeah, she's a beautiful and as beautiful as she is, her heart is the biggest I've ever encountered. She is extraordinary. I can go on and on about my wife. Oh, what kind? I like all mushrooms. I don't like magic ones. I'm not into anything that hallucinogenics. I did when I was young. Acid, mescaline, um, uh, but not that often. And I didn't like it because I don't like any. I didn't like anything I wasn't in control of. And when I started tripping and stuff on, because you got to remember the first time that I took window pane, if that you know jogs anybody's memory, and it was a blotter acid. It was on a piece of paper, and it was cut into four pieces. And when the first time I took it, when the guy gave it to me, he said, "Here, take a quarter of it." I said, "Okay." So I took a quarter of it. Everybody split, of course, which is the worst thing, being alone. And 5 minutes later, nothing happened. So what do? I take another quarter of it. Another 5, 10 minutes go by. I took the whole hit my first time, and then 45 minutes later, an hour later, and after that, I still did it. After that, I'm a glutton for punishment, but I just didn't like something that I wasn't in control of. You think they're truffles? Are they? No, they didn't look like truffles, did they? Let me bring it back in. Add the stream. I thought they looked like button mushrooms. Let me. Can Are they truffles? No, it can't be. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Let's see if I can get a closer look at them. Can I make that big? I don't know. But whatever it is, it is that time of year for these, and even up now. Excuse me. When we were in Ubon, we put the whole town is basically at work because of our house. Okay, so they love us, but the relatives, one of the cousins, uncles, somebody is working there, and his daughter has taken a liking to us, and we give her. She's excited with us because we give her 20 baht, 100 baht, whatever it is. She's a good kid. Anyway, then she'll bring me stuff like the rolled mango, that is like put in a sticky. I don't know if you know what they are. Anyway, she got those last time I was there, and they went out and they're almost like trumpet mushrooms. They're growing right now in Ubon, or were, and we got a big bag of those that we brought back with us. So I don't know. They might be. I don't know. I'll have to find out. I did shrooms once. It just yeah. Yeah, I did it a few times, and it just wasn't me, man. I just didn't like anything I wasn't in control of, and that crap would, it did whatever it wanted to. At least it did with me. I remember I would watch, and quadraphonic quadraphonic stereos were in. So I had one in my living room, or my mom's living room. I had the receiver on the top of the television, and then set in front of the television, maybe, yay far on one side and this side, and then behind me. And I had like 5 friends there, and we were tripping. And Grand Funk Railroad was on. God, what was it? That one show. Somebody will remember. Craig probably will remember. It was a guy, Don Kirshner's something like that. Don Kirshner or something. Grand Funk Railroad was on there, and the guy had that long hair, and it was flashy. I mean, I was tripping. All of a sudden, there was like 6 of us, then there was 5, 4, 3, 2, and I was the only one in there again. Now I'm by myself again. I walked up to the television, and I couldn't get through I could see music going, and I couldn't get. Here I am laying on the floor in the living room when my mom came in, trying to reach under the music to shut the quadraphonic receiver. And she, what are you doing? Oh, Mom, I can't. Can you shut this off for me? And my mom shut it off. My poor mother. All the time. I talked to her afterwards. Were you high then? Yeah, Mom. Higher than a kite, man. And she just laughed at me. But she was a good one. She was a good bird, man. I miss her. I miss her. Small amounts are beneficial. Aaron, you have the bright side of everything, brother. I like to see that. And anything in moderation has always been my deal. If you're anything in moderation, I think is okay. Um, some stuff, might be marginal, but to each their own. I'm not one to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. I'm the wrong person for that. What is this? Flash Express. Are you going to deliver something to me today? Tell me you're going to deliver me something. Departed. Cool. My sound bar. If you guys, I told you my 65-inch television. The picture's awesome. It's an off-wall brand. It was 10,400 baht, 300 and something dollars for a 65-inch smart TV. And I dig it because my eyesight sucks. And from where the little couch and me and my wife have been here every night watching it, I've got this little thing, which is better. Can you see it? This little Bluetooth. Where are you? Come on, where are you? I don't want to pull the cord out here. Hold on. And I don't want to unplug it because it's charging. This little Bluetooth deal speaker, it's God, I guess I'm going to have to. Drive me crazy. This little Bluetooth speaker is phenomenal compared to the TV sucks. So I ordered a sound bar with a little bass flat one that would fit on the shelf, and it's like 3 feet. And there it was like $60, 1,900 baht or something. So we'll see. This thing's getting cold. So we're going to attempt delivery today. You need to go back. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. Might as well have some good sound, right? Let's see. I believe those micro. Okay. Yeah, and more on the, like what I was just reading what Aaron was saying, and Irma. Did I say Irma? Irma. I think natural stuff. Like I never could understand why with medical marijuana, why they fought it. The pharmaceuticals. I know why. Pharmaceutical companies it's just killing them. And the more and more that they find that people want to use this for that, they're out billions and billions and billions of dollars. And I root it on. I hope they go bankrupt. The way that they rob people. But anyway, it's a freaking plant. It grows out of the ground. In some religions they even talk about in Christianity. The people in the Egyptian days knew that it had medicinal purposes. But they fought it tooth and thread. Now I think pretty much every state is. I don't follow it anymore, haven't since I left the U.S. 5 years ago. But it's just like, it's a plant, for Christ's sake. Same thing with mushrooms or peyote. Anything like that. I don't think it was put on, this earth to, well, I guess, I don't know. People abuse stuff, and that's when you get into trouble, whether it's alcohol or drugs or whatever. When you start taking stuff to the max, and then I did with cocaine back in the 70s, and I was lucky enough to stop it. Now I haven't done any kind of drugs in, I don't know, 40 years. No, 35 years. 35. And I did enjoy it. We had a lot of fun running around on crank and cocaine. And it's really weird because I've heard everything flopped. Way back in the day, cocaine was the high dollar drug, and crank and stuff was nothing. And now I've heard they flopped. You can get cocaine cheaper. This is all hearsay. I don't have a clue. You get cocaine cheaper than you can get crank. I don't know. There it is. Craig's got it. I knew Craig would get it. I used to watch that all the time. And Saturday Night Live, of course, and all that crap. Land Shark. Those were the good old days. That was fun. Everybody got together. And the other show that we watched, because of what we were rock and roll 50s, 60s. I still listen to them to this day. Was American Graffiti was a movie, and that basically was Van Nuys Boulevard in the San Fernando Valley. But we used to watch the Cunninghams and Happy Days, and we'd all get together, friends and girlfriends and all, 10, 12, 15 people in wherever we were closest to when it was time to come on, and we'd all watch that. I think we watched every episode of Happy Days. Interesting, right? The stuff you watch when you're a kid. I don't do anything, not even vaccines, but tobacco and coffee. And I did tobacco, and I miss my tobacco, but it's been 3 years now, I think. 3 years. And I can breathe a lot better than I did when I was smoking. And I was 3 packs a day forever, ever. And I enjoyed my smoking, man. And I don't, I crave it every once in a while, but not as bad as I thought I was going to. I never thought I would be able to quit. And so I've got if you want to lose weight and if you want to quit smoking cigarettes, get pneumonia, have them shove a tube down your throat, go to intensive care for 2 months, and then in a private room for a month, and you can lose 80 pounds and stop smoking. It might cost you a fortune in the States. It cost me $1 million baht because I didn't have insurance here in Thailand. So if you're going to come here and you're going to live here, you need insurance. So it cost me $30,000. But imagine what it would have cost in the States if I didn't have insurance. Millions. Little factoid. He was also responsible for the monkeys using last train to Clarkville. And I'm a believer. Really. Yeah, I really enjoyed the monkeys too. And that's probably 2 of the most famous stuff that they did. They had quite a few others. But I think that was probably the most. And even on my Apple Play. And you know what I found out about? In my truck, because I belong to YouTube, deal, I get the music, right? Because I, pay for the premium or whatever it is. So you get the music for free. It will play it in my truck, but all of a sudden it starts screwing up. And I guarantee you, it's done it to me 4 times. I guarantee you it's because it's Google and I've got an Apple phone. And it's got both on the truck. I've had Apple or whatever it is, Apple Music, on and off over the years for $10.99 a month or whatever it was. But I haven't had it in a long time. So yesterday when we were out, it was screwing with my music again. And I paid, or I didn't pay. They said you have a 7-day trial or a 1-month trial, whatever it was. And then it was $10.99 a month. So I went ahead and clicked it. Didn't have a problem with the Apple Play through or the Apple, no problems whatsoever. So I don't know, but I do still dig the truck. The truck's awesome. I do like Craig's truck too. I'm kind of interested to see that in person. I'm only half a pack a day. Yeah, man, it was the worst habit I ever did. And it was the one I enjoyed the most in life. I mean, I'd go out when I was up in the Sierras, with my little aluminum boat, snow on the ground, trolling for trout at 9 o'clock in the morning, smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee and eating donuts. And man, it was, I enjoyed it. I can't say, oh yeah, but the most disgusting habit I ever had, afterwards I go now and, your car smelled like an ashtray, your house smelled like an ashtray. And, but it's really weird now when people smoke around me, it doesn't bother me. I don't care. And I'm not one of those people that you need to stop smoking, no, I would never. I hated those people. So I would never do that. Is Jake here? I didn't see Jake. I don't know. Hey, what's up? You guys he wrote me this morning and said he was going to probably be late or miss it because you guys had some kind of a rival college game of some sort going on. Is that correct, Ryan? I think so. Back in the days, Mom used to give children heroin on a spoon. They were sick, worked great. Eventually too great. Yeah. And the Mama Little Helpers, the what were they called again? They switched over to Xanax now, is pretty much the drug of choice for that. But it was God Valium. Valium was the Mama's Little Helper. I'm looking for that Florida Gator fan in College World Series. So I'm gathering LSU. Okay, I was gathering they won the game. Um, cool. I know he sent me that, which I thought was freaking awesome. That Jake actually said no worries. I won't be able to make it. I'm going to be probably watching the game when Ryan's team and my team are playing, and now you jogged my memory. College World Series. So awesome. But anyway, I had a short live stream this morning to bring you up. I was only here for a minute, and the dog got attacked or something, and we had to take him to the vet, and he's doing all right. He's fine and back. So then I started up another live stream, and it's been an hour and 12 minutes, which I was just going to do another short live streams. My short live streams seem to run long. But will LSU get their wins indicated because of violations? Is that I don't know nothing about college baseball. Let's see. I love walking up to a smoker, telling them how bad it is to be smoking a plus and ask for a light. Yeah. I used to hate people, and especially my friends. Well, I haven't smoked in 2 years, 8 months, and 3 hours and 37 seconds, and you shouldn't be smoking. It's bad. Well, hell, I know it's bad for me. I mean, I've been smoking since before the Attorney General said smoking, it causes cancer. Smoking's bad for you. No shit. It's addictive. That's what he said. It's addictive. No shit. I was, I don't know, 16 or something. I was already addicted to tobacco, to nicotine. And then he comes out and says it could be addictive, or it is addictive. I don't know. They put stuff out and they don't. That's why with these shots, and I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but when they've got something that all of a sudden, well, it takes 18 years for it to go through our rigorous testing to make sure this stuff's safe. But this stuff that we've got for you to inject into them, we've done it to 1 million service guys, and only a couple of them have an ear growing out of the front of their forehead. And it's safe stuff. And we've been testing it for a full 8 months, really. So, like I said, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I do, understand their logic in that way. Better enjoy it while it lasts. Yeah, but that will be in 4 years. I know nothing about what's going on, but it sounds like fun. Secondhand cigarette is the number one killer. That's why I get it firsthand. Yeah, it was bad. Like it was really weird because when my son was born, when my daughter was born, I stopped smoking in the house and I went outside and all that. And, or actually, I didn't smoke around her, but I didn't limit it. In other words, I wasn't real particular about it. Well, when my son was born, he got ear infections, and the doctor told my wife at the time, the royal bitch, that it was from secondhand smoke. And so I was outside in the freezing weather in Canyon Country, snoring on the ground and smoking my cigarettes outside and all that, which was fine. It's where I should have been. And the kid got earaches every freaking week. Anyway, so I don't know. I wasn't big on people and telling me about it. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. My thing, remember, was I'm in Thailand. I'm going to go back to the U.S. and see my family, my grandkids, my mother at the time, and that kind of stuff. Hey, if I've got to inject something into me and it's not good for me, I'm not going to just sit in Thailand. And I thought eventually I thought that you were going to have to show it. I've got my deal through Thailand, my little passport, vaccine passport, and all that. And they don't even ask you for shit anymore. They ask you when you're, getting your tickets or whatever. But when I went back to the States when my mom passed, um, no one asked me for shit, and which kind of pisses me off. But they did. We gave it to a bunch of servicemen. Yeah, way to go, guys. Way to go, government. Let's kill off our own people that are defending us. Ah, God, what a bunch of idiots. I like the way I can talk about that government. uh, yeah, I mean, don't really. I didn't feel like I had a choice. I just didn't get sick. Haven't been sick with even the common cold for 40 years. Yeah, I didn't. I never caught it. The kids, I think the kids have had it twice. That's from going to school in Bangkok. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law is 70, over 70, and my mother-in-law is my age. I hate saying that. And me and my wife goes to work every day and works outside sometimes with the internet stuff. And we never had it, so I don't know. But I felt like I had to do it, so I did it. Let's see, they made a hell of a lot of money. Yeah, yeah. It's just I don't know. Like I said, hey, can't you put something together? Oh no, it takes years and years to put that together to make sure it's safe for everybody. If it's something that they don't want to endorse, but if it's something that they need, all of a sudden it gets pushed through. Imagine that. Tim saying I had the one Johnson and Johnson, never got sick. I had the what did I have? I didn't have the Johnson. I had the other good one. I don't remember what it is, twice. And then did I have it twice or three times? I can't remember. One of them got me sick. Wife had 5 shots and got it twice. Yeah, that sounds about right. Dave, clean the panel uh, when are drunk. It will vary based on the rain, wind, and dust, etc. Okay, I'll check it out. Definitely, Lynn. I don't want. I want the most money I can save. I want to see a bill, for zero. I don't think I have quite enough now. I think it was Paul at Eco House. I never did get a hold of him. Eco House Thailand. I think he's got over 30 panels, 3 systems. Excuse me. And he had bills of zero. Oh, we did get a little increase, and one of his bills was 50 baht or something ridiculous. So, yeah, Moderna, that was the one that got me sick. Yeah. Well, but the first one that I had was the good one that actually everybody wanted. Not the one-shot one, but the next one that everybody wanted. I forget the name of it. But after that one, after I had 2 of those, was it third or was it the second? I can't remember. I think the first time around I got those. The second time around I got the Moderna, and the Moderna kicked my butt both shots. Hey Johnny, how you doing? Glad you can make it. Gonna be not much longer. It was gonna be a short one. Trying to get this stuff done around here. I can't see what the guys doing outside, but they're building a bunch of stuff. So I want to go watch them. See if my wife got back. She went to. We had a dog get deal. I got to cut the live stream short. Took him to the vet, and he's doing all right. He's doing good. And then I started up this one, and it's been an hour and 20 minutes. So. Get what regularly checkups makes you. Yeah, see, that's another one. I'm like a blood clot waiting to happen. I'm on blood thinners. I think is the only thing that probably saves me from doing it. Because like on those long flights and shit, I'll hunker by the window, not even get up to pee, and go on through one of those 14-hour flights back to the States. So which I heard is just like horrible to do. That's why if I ever fly again, I'm flying business, and I'm going to go instead of twice or 3 times a year. I'm just going to go once. And if I buy it ahead of time for that Asiana Air, and that goes through Korea, and I looked at their business class, looks fine. It's $2,700 round trip. It's a lot of money compared to you can get tickets. I was getting tickets before the virus for through China, which I would never fly again. And I probably lost some subscribers on that. What was it? I think the cheapest I ever got was like under $700 for round trip economy. But even still, you can get the economy now for $700-800 round trip through Philippine Airlines and some other ones that I heard are okay. But I had such a miserable time that last time. I just don't want to do it again. All right, I think I'm going to end the live stream. Still don't know why my 27-inch monitor's not working. Hope I didn't blow something up. But I want to thank everybody. If you guys aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as I always do, both the intro and the outro on my live stream was done for me by Richard of Richard Travels. So thank you again, Richard. He did stop by earlier and said hello, and he actually came on the last live stream, which was awesome. I hope everything goes good for you, brother. And I am going to say thank everybody for coming. You guys are awesome. Just out of the blue deals and 16, 17, 18, 20 people. You guys are awesome. So I will look for my outro. I will say thank you for watching, and everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at, and I will catch you on the next one.